This is Rodrigo with Spectra, and we are here to talk about the LumaBand or Luma meter. This reminds me I should really change that Luma meter because that was what it did before, and now it is a LumaBand, and I will explain this a little bit better. So, in audio, there is a filter called the Bandpass, which is a notch or a bell that travels through the sound spectrum, amplifying or attenuating the the volume, right? The gain of the thing. So you could work subtractive or additive. What I'm trying to say is that you have a notch selection that would go up and down the spectrum of the thing, and you use that as a selection to filter or to gain, right? So this is literally that. It is a bandpass mask that is making a selection of the Luma, right? And I will show it to you via this here. So we have, this is just doing red. Oh, this is the Luma band, sorry. This is just doing red. And right now we have here inside of the node key, we are inverting it. So we have the selection showing the red and not taking out the red. I think it's easier to see. Don't worry, you'll see it. So what we doing is that the center frequency is just navigating the spectrum, and it's showing you where the red is, and it goes all the way up, and then it comes way back all the way down. So then what we can do is we can make this broader, or we can make it tight, so tight that it only grabs one thing. And then we can roll off, making it softer, or just make it very bell curvy, right? So you can still see a little bit of bleed from the whole thing. And now it's like very focused, and now it's very broad. So we have here the selection that we wanted, and then we can just show the effect on that Luma selection, right? I suppose you can do the same thing in the qualifier, putting in black and white, and then just navigating up and down through the luminosity, and that's in essence the same thing. Maybe that's in HSV. This is in lab. I'll get back to you if it's similar or not. Actually, that's a great video right there comparing the two, but that's not this. This is just a big picture of what this thing does, right? So we just move around, and if we went back into this and we flipped the thing, then you could see us filtering out the red from the thing, right? I thought it was easier to see it the other way, and now we broaden the band, and now we have less things affected, only like the shadows and the highlights. I don't know, man. It really depends on how you want to use this thing. I'm not here to tell you how to use the toy. I'm just showing you what it can do. And then we have our little roll off here, and we actually, as a matter of fact, I think it's easier to see it this way. Okay, so yeah, and you're like, whoa, cool, Rodrigo, but like, am I going to be going up and down 10-step thing? No, you're not. You're gonna be over here. How I use this is for focused luminosity, right? So here we're just like on this thing we have on VHDR, we have this set to 20. What is that, 2 steps? I'm not too sure, man. We have it set to 0.20. And what the Luma band is doing is now we're just like going around and just looking for where we want it to be to, bring down the shadow, flatten them out. I don't know. This is an example. So if we turn this off, that was before, and now this is after. We can like make the band a little bit less and then move it around. You see what I'm doing? Like, I mean, you could use this for saturation. You can use this for how many different things you want to. It's a bandpass selection going through your Luma spectrum, and that's how you make surgical selections via that. I use it a lot. That's why we made it. And I personally use it to attack specific shadows that I just don't want to go in there and qualify and waste a bunch of time finding. I just like glance up and down, find where the thing is. I go like, yeah, that was it. And then we are set. Also, it has different Luma methods, so Rec 709, Rec 720, and I always use JPLog2. I threw those in there just because I was lazy to take them out. I guess that's the truth. And then you can preview if you come over here. And I guess you put it on your selection. Why am I so? All of a sudden, I don't know what I'm doing. So we come in here, and if we change it from mask to selection, and we ask it to, what the heck is happening? Here we go. Sorry, guys. And we make our selection. We can see just the selection this way, which is a different way of seeing it. And that way you can just fine tune. I really don't like doing it this way. Is I get distracted with like all the other information that this is giving me. So usually I just go to my little mask and I just see it directly on what am I affecting, is it working, is it doing what I wanted it to do, etc. But yeah, in a nutshell, that is what LumaBand does. It is a luminic bandpass selection for masking. And thank you again for your attention, and keep it juicy.